What's going on, YouTube? It's Bluntzilla Video, and I'm just doing a little bit of a drive real fast, and I thought I'd fire on the camera. Basically, right now, like at my house, I got some buddies, and they're in the garage, and we got this Blu-ray player in there, and we finally got it fucking working, basically, and we threw on Get Rich or Die Trying, the fucking 50 Cent movie from 2005, and before the movie started, there was a couple of trailers, and I gotta point these trailers out, man. Four Brothers was the first one that caught my eye, and I was like, wow, I totally forgot about Four Brothers with Mark Wahlberg, Tyrese, Andre 3000 from Outkast, and there was another dude, I forget what his name was, but it was basically about these four brothers who were orphan brothers, basically, and or foster brothers, rather, and they were raised by this old woman, and the old woman was murdered, so the four brothers returned back to the town and basically go on a hunting spree trying to find some answers. And Mark Wahlberg and Tyrese, they're both like hard-ass motherfuckers, like gangsters and shit, and the youngest one is just kind of like, he's kind of trying to be gangster, and then Andre 3000, he's kind of entailed with some questionable motherfuckers, and it's an awesome movie. Like, that movie came out, I was in grade 8. I was in the fucking 8th grade, and it was a good one. And another movie that came out when I was in the 8th grade that was a trailer on the DVD was Hustle and Flow, for fuck's sakes. Like, just two movies that I completely forgot about. I like Hustle and Flow a lot better than the movie I just mentioned, but like Hustle and Flow with Terrence Howard, such a good flick, and like such memorable dialogue and just amazing characters, and like, it's, to me, because like I grew up always thinking pimps were like the biggest pieces of shit on the planet because of Taxi Driver, right? Like, in Taxi Driver, you got like a scumbag motherfucker in Harvey Keitel, and like my dad always said, like, those guys are the scum of the earth. Travis Bickle says they're the scum of the earth and all that kind of shit. So I've always been under the impression that they're the scum of the earth. But then you get a movie like Hustle and Flow where the fucking main character is a pimp, and there's parts where you kind of I guess kind of sympathize for him, because like you can tell it's just a guy that's on the brink. Like, despite his occupation, he's just a guy that's on the brink of like destruction, right? Like mental disaster. And he even mentions that his father had passed away while he was at his age, like from a stroke or from a heart attack or something, due to stress, right? And it's very stressful to be a pimp / dope dealer, and it's getting him, and he finds this outlet with music, and he starts writing music, and then he bumps into this fucking guy that he went to high school with, and that's Anthony Anderson. And Anthony Anderson works, he basically knows audio equipment because he works at this church, and they start kind of fucking around, and DJ Qualls, who you might know from The New Guy, and you know, he's been in he was in Road Trip and countless other films, and he's a great actor. He comes in as the producer, and Terrence Howard initially is like, yo, this guy's white, blah blah blah, and Anthony Anderson's like, no, give him a chance. And you know, they make a couple of fucking really good songs that were written by 3 6 Mafia, who I fucking love. Project Pat, Juicy J, all those guys, like, they're total fucking, like, 3 6 Mafia, like 666 Mafia, like 666, like, they're fucking so OG, and like the songs are so good, like Hard Out Here for a Pimp, god damn it, Whoop That Trick. Like, these songs are so fucking offensive, but like, that's the kind of music that I like, you know what I mean? I like shit like that. I like 3 6 Mafia, Wu-Tang. I love, like, and Wu-Tang's not nearly as offensive as 3 6 Mafia, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, fucking Hustle and Flow, just a forgotten gem to me. Like, I love that film, and I'm due to watch it now. And like right now, like I mentioned, they're watching fucking Get Rich or Die Trying in my garage right now, and you know, I probably watched like the first 15-20 minutes of it, and I was like, man, this movie was good. I liked it. You know, I think it was one of the better movies that were based on rappers, like, mainly because the rapper in question is the main actor. You know what I mean? Like when you watch the Biggie movie, it's like, okay, this is just some fucking dude. You watch any of those other flicks. I haven't even seen the Tupac one. I'm pretty sure they made a Tupac one. But you know, it brings me to the point of 2005, 2006, 2007, 8, all that. Like all throughout high school, I feel like maybe not at the time I didn't appreciate it, but there was some good fucking movies that came out, man. Some great films. Like it blows me away because even the other day I was looking up something that might have actually been on video, but I was just thinking like, wow, like 2001 or whatever it was, like had all these great films that I remember, and it's awesome. And unpeppered all throughout the years, there's just been a pretty decent flow of good films. Like when I think back on some of the better movies, like The Place Beyond the Pines with Ryan Gosling and Bradley Cooper, and you know, just a 3-hour like fucking just masterpiece that you never hear anyone fucking raving about. Like it's such a good film. It's not easily forgettable, but you kind of forget about it, if that makes sense, because I'd seen it, and then I think I watched it again with my mom and my brother, and then that was it for like years, and then I just recently rewatched it and just totally was immersed in the character again of Ryan Gosling as this like stuntman turned bank robber, and just, you know, it's amazing how that story turned out. Like Bradley Cooper, he fucking he was basically persuaded by the police to I don't want to spoil anything, but basically, yeah, okay, I'm not going to say anything. Just if you've never seen The Place Beyond the Pines, definitely give that a chance. Like if you've ever taken one recommendation from me, do that one, because honestly, like if you like to drive, like I think it's way better than Drive. It's better than Only God Forgives. You know, Ryan Gosling is a hometown hero for us, like, because he was actually born here in London, Ontario, and you know, for him to be in a movie that is so fucking amazing, and like he breathed the same breaths, you know, of the Thames River that we had, like, it's a cool feeling, and I really respect him as an actor, and I think he's gonna be one of the heavy hitters, and he's already one of my favorite modern day actors. Of course, he's been around for like easily 20 years, I would say by now, close to 20 years, I would say, and he's a brilliant actor to me. Like when in that movie Place Beyond the Pines, like there's a scene where there's a bank robbery, like he's screaming in a way that is the most realistic scream I've ever heard on film, I think, and he's just demanding people around, and he's screaming from like the bottom of his voice, and it's not like a deep voice, it's like kind of a high pitched scream in a way. It's just captivating to me, man. I can't explain it. Like there's certain scenes, certain dialogue, certain moments all throughout movies that just catch me, man, and it's a scene like that just blows me away. And even the scene in Point Break, to bring up another bank robbery scene, where it's when shit hits the fan basically, and fucking Patrick Swayze's character, he rips his mask off and he demands the people, the hostages, nobody fucking move. And like the way he screams it in the same way I was just mentioning, like just straight up from the bottom of his heart. Like it's so insane. Like these actors, like no wonder some of the actors are so you know, messed up in the head and whatnot, because having to like portray either a scumbag or like a fucking, you know, whatever have you, it would definitely play with your head, man. Like look at fucking Heath Ledger. Like he got right into that character, and just it's insane. Like it can really do a toll on you, man. And I think a lot of actors have probably been through that, you know. And fuck, man, like Robin Williams, like you would, not to talk about anything depressing here on the channel, but with Robin Williams like taking himself out, like that goes to show you right there that mental illness is definitely a fucking real thing. Because if a guy like Robin Williams is gonna kill himself, like it's brutal. you know. But granted, I heard on a conversation with Bobcat Goldthwait, who was a close friend with Robin Williams, like they texted every day. He claimed that Robin Williams had a form of dementia, and it was like a super rare form of dementia, and it just got to the point where like he was not making sense, and you know, all that kind of stuff, right? And I guess I could be totally wrong on this. I'm not saying any of this is fucking fact, but yeah, it's just like it's fucked, man. I don't mean to end this video on a brutal note. I didn't expect my girlfriend to be out of work so fucking fast, but she's out here, so I will end the video right here. I appreciate anybody that's listened to this. Be sure to leave a comment. I'll try to end it with a question. Question of the night is, what is your favorite hood movie? Okay, not hood movie. That's fucking bullshit. How about favorite mafia movie? That's better. Okay, thanks for watching. There's like a whole swarm of people. They probably think I'm fucked. Adios.